I think it's unfortunate. I think it's extremely unfortunate. You know, if you go back to 1953 was when steel and aluminum jobs peaked. These jobs are in a long-term decline. And to suggest that we're going to bring back these industries, I think is a little bit naive. So as an Asian minister asked me several weeks ago, why is it that you're focused on bringing back industries that have been in a decades-long decline instead of creating new industries? And I think that's a very valid question. So,
but wait a second. Part of the decline, is it because we have had unfair trade policies that disadvantage American industries and American workers?
If you go back to 1953, the WTO wasn't around. China wasn't making steel for the world. This is a long-term decline, very much the way you would see in textiles. You know, we picked up textiles from England. We started in New England. It went down to the Carolinas. Then it went farther south to Central America. It's the way of the world.
Potentially. But while I understand that we may not be able to do anything by doing this, it does make a lot of us feel like, wait a second. When you see things like a car that's imported here, we will pay 2.5% tariffs on, but a car that's imported to the EU, they'll pay 10% on. Is there a way to level the playing field? What were the reasons for why these things were originally set up where there was an imbalance? And has there been enough of a shift over time to suggest that there should be some rejiggering of some of these trade deals?
There may be some, yes, improvements. Adjustments like NAFTA. Let's improve NAFTA. Let's modernize NAFTA.
What would be the improvement you would suggest?
Well, there wasn't an e-commerce chapter, for example, when NAFTA was started 25 years ago. And there are things that we can update, even labor standards, environmental standards. But that doesn't mean kill NAFTA. Protectionism has never worked, and it's just very odd. The other thing is, you know, there are 150,000 workers in these two industries, but the impact is on everyone else. We are talking about the impact on pricing, and Secretary Ross, who I have a lot of respect for, talked about cans and the only 2 pennies. And if my cost of product has 10% steel, the cost of the product, I need to raise prices 2.5%. That's, you know, to keep margins the same. And if I don't raise prices 2.5%, I lose margins. And that's just the way the math works. That's one input. And you can imagine the rest of the inputs, and that's just one product. This is so much bigger than beer, right? So it's the international trading system. It's people, countries who we have been dragging, kicking and screaming into the world market and away from protectionism. All of a sudden they're saying, national security? Okay, we can do that. We can do that too. So I think that's the bigger fallout is what happens to the international trading system. And do we all go back to being protectionist nations?
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.